I spent the last 20, 25 years of my career managing fire alarm businesses, security businesses, HVAC control. I work for a Fortune 500 company, a big international company based out of Germany. In the last 5 years, I added electrical contracting companies to my portfolio. So I had electrical contracting and low voltage people working for me. We would go around to these job sites. I would visit hundreds of job sites. I was a tool nerd, always a tool nerd. I would always look at the technicians and electricians' tools and see what they were using. And inevitably, 90% of them were using these, the Klein lineman plier. They all use these Klein lineman pliers. They loved them, especially electricians. Low voltage would sometimes have linemen, sometimes not. But most of the electricians always had these. I'd say 90% of them had Klein. Some of them I looked did have these, the Knipex, and they really like these Knipex. I mean, some of the older guys, even some of the younger guys coming out, I guess, were looking at, YouTube videos or whatever, seeing what kind of lineman to get. They had the Knipex, but most of them, like I said, had the Klein. What I didn't see much, which shocked me, was the Channellock. Now, Channellock is a made-in-the-USA company, very well respected, very high-quality tools, and they had a great pair of linemen from what I understand. Now, I've gotten a lot of comments on some of my videos about you got to check out the Channellock lineman. I never had one. I picked this up. I think this is the model 342. They have a 342 CB that's got a little comfort grip handle on it. I got that coming in because I'm getting ready to do a lineman plier showdown like video. But it was very interesting that not that many people had these Channellock. In fact, I don't remember seeing anyone with a pair of Channellock linemen. They all either had this Klein, the Knipex, or some off-brand, SK Irwin, something like that. So let's go to the bench. Let's pull these out. We'll take a look at them and see what the differences are. Is there a reason nobody's using these? Or maybe it's just in my region. Is it just my region in the Southeast? Are these Channellock more prevalent in the Midwest, Northeast? You guys tell me whether you guys use them or if you see them on your job site. So anyway, let's go back to the bench. We'll take a look at it. Hold on. So this is a Channellock 369 lineman plier. This is the Channellock 369 CB. The CB stands for Code Blue, and that's the name of these comfort grip handles they put here. And I tell you, I am very impressed with these handles. This is probably most grippiest comfort grip handle that I have found. Now, I do have the Knipex over here. This is their comfort grip handle, but this blue, even though it does have a little bit of stippling here, it's a lot slicker than this Channellock. Now, some people say that may make these become dirty a lot easier, but all I know is new out of the box, they're very grippy. Now, you know what? I don't know what that's going to be like in the future. I know one thing. These Channellock, the regular Channellocks like this, turn over time into this teal green color. Now, I've had these for over 20 years. These are the Channellock end nippers here. And you can see how that blue changes to this teal green color, much like that S-Wing hammer does. The S-Wing hammer does the same thing. Nothing bad about it. It just turns, and I think the patina looks pretty cool on it. But these are, as you can see, now this was my original lineman plier I bought in, I think is around 2000. If you can look here, the pivot point here is right in the middle. You got about a ½ inch here. So 25 years ago, they weren't worried about high leverage pliers, I guess. Not only that, look how blocky this thing looks. I mean, it's huge. Got a huge head on it here where, now Klein's come out with these more streamlined looking lineman plier, just like Knipex has here, very streamlined. But when you get to these Channellock, look how streamlined those are. I mean, even the Klein and the Knipex still have this portion here, this flat portion on the side here that juts out very wide. As you can tell, Knipex has got it same way, and of course the Klein's got it the same way. But when you look here at the Channellock, they've streamlined that. There is no flat bulky part here, and it's all polished. They polish all of this, whereas you could tell the Klein and the Knipex just have basically a black phosphate finish on it. They really go that extra step and polish everything down. Not only that, now these are, they call these the round nose. You can see here, this is kind of rounded, where on the Knipex and the Klein, same way, they're more of a sharp edge here. Now, some people say that's for ream and pipe, things like that, and you may be right. These are probably better for ream and pipe than these. But we're getting ready to check out the cutters here. Now, you can see here, these are the high leverage. You probably got a 1/16 of an inch here. And the Knipex and the Klein are basically the same thing. You can tell here, you probably got about a 1/16 of an inch here also. So these are high leverage. These come right out of the box. They're not really broken in. As you can tell here, they're a little bit stiffer. Now, like I said, these are right out of the box. I'm sure I could oil these and break them in, and they'll break in over time with use. I've used these just a couple of times, and they've already broken in. You know, as long as I could do this, I'm fine with it. I don't have to have them fall open. As long as I could do this, you know, with one hand, then that's good enough for me. Now, another thing about these Channellock that I've noticed is this area right here. This is the cross hatching here. As you can see, this cross hatching goes all the way down to the ends, to these points here. Now, if you look at the Klein here, they stop about at this point. Now, this one's a little bit lower here. It's not really centered. But they stop maybe, you know, a quarter of the way down. And same way with the Knipex. They stop before they get to the end here. So you do have more cross-hatching. All three of these, though, have very sharp teeth on this cross-hatching. Now, let's take a look at some of the cutting here. I'm just going to get this regular 14-gauge Romex here. Yeah, that just cuts like butter. These cut the same way. The Klein. Yeah, they all cut great. I'm going to step it up a little bit. Let's go to the 12 gauge 20 amp wire. Still cuts awesome. Man, I'll tell you what, the Knipex took a little bit more to cut than the, well, maybe it was just me. Yeah, those work about the same. And Knipex cuts very easy. You know what? Let's do this just for fun. Let's see how these cut. Man, you know what? These teeth have been worn down over 25 years. And not only that, this leverage point is huge here. But these don't cut near as well as these new ones do, of course. Let's do something different here. Let's get out a couple of nails here. I got a 6-penny nail, and then I got this 12 sinker here that's hardened nail. It's a little bit harder than the rest of them. Let's take a look at this. I'm going to use these. 369. Oh yeah, it's very soft metal on these finish screws. If you ever try to hammer these and they bend over, you'll know what I'm talking about. Let's go straight to this one. This is a little bit bigger one here. This is a 12, a little bit harder nail. Let's see. Wow. Yeah, cut it with not that much force applied. Let me go to the Knipex here. Let's see what that's like. Same thing. Where's my Kleins? Same thing. They cut them. I mean, they all cut them. This is a pretty tough test here. You're not going to be cutting these type of nails every day, but in case you do need to, you know what? That's what these are made for. We'll look at the cutters here. I don't see anything. No, you know, maybe some finish worn off, but not that much. Let's look here. Yeah. You know what? Let me look at the cutters here. I want to make sure there's no light pollution coming through these. Let me turn that down a little bit. Yeah, I don't see any light coming through these Channellock here. You know what? There's a little bit coming through the Klein. Just a small bit, as you can see up top there. Just a little bit. And on the Knipex, there's nothing coming through there. So they're all pretty much tight. Maybe the Klein has a little sliver of light coming through. I don't think that's going to impede you in any way. But I'll tell you, at the end of the day, I'm very impressed with these Channellock. The grips feel awesome. Like I said, now these are brand new, so who knows what it's going to be like in a year or two. But right now, these things are freaking awesome. I really like them. But you know what? I also like the Knipex, and I love the Klein too. So hey, it's hard to pick one out of this, which one's better. I do like the sleek form factor of this. I like how it's polished all the way around. But when you're talking about just true performance, they all three work pretty much the same. So that is the Channellock 369 CB, which is code blue. I'll tell you, very nice. And the regular 369s. We'll see you next week.